Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're having a good morning. I have tried several times to do my little video. I think that's a little off kilter. Man, hold on a second. Let me see if I can line it up a little bit better. There's a little bob bobble in there that's supposed to tell me when it's centered, and I don't think it works real well. Ah, that's good. Tilt your head a little bit. It's still bad. Anyways, let me get a cup of coffee here and get my morning started. Yeah, it's one of those things. Gotta get my rituals going. Luna and I had a nice walk, which is one of the rituals we do, and it was very pleasant. Even just had a gentleman stop and tell me how pretty Luna was. It was an enjoyable morning. Hope you're having a good morning as well. So let's have whatever it takes for you to get started. A little sunshine, a little brisk walk, some tea, coffee, water, whatever it takes to get your day started. Let's get our day started. Hmm. Yeah, that's the way I like it. Uh, had a lot of wind and I had a severe runny nose for one day. Still recovering a little bit, so I might sound a little, uh, what they call croaky or croaky. Anyway, so, but I'm having a pretty good day. So we have just started, we have started December. December is pretty much Christmas month. It is the month of Christmas. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my Christmases. And I might do several podcasts, or these aren't podcasts, several videos on this where I talk about the Christmases. So, uh, when I was a little kid, um, I was, I was a little bit spoiled. I was an only child. I, to give you an idea of how spoiled I was, Christmas is a good example. Kids used to come around and play with my toys because I had always had the best toys, so they always came to my house. One of the things that my dad gave me that I really appreciated was I had an electric car. Ah, that's right, I had an electric car. It was a little bitty car. I was a little bitty tyke, but I remember it still. It had a steering wheel and it had one electric pedal on it. And it could go or stop. You couldn't back up with it, but it was lightweight, so you could get up and move it. And you could get out and use that electric car and go places. It wasn't fast. It wasn't as robust as a lot of them are nowadays. Uh, Little wants me to get up and throw or something. I won't say. But you think about it, I was probably somewhere between 5 and 6 years of age. So that was in 1968, around that time frame. I had an electric car. And even though they're becoming more and more popular now, they were pretty rare back then. That's the way things were. I was pretty much spoiled. I was an only child, and my parents had a really tough time having children. So they just wanted me to have the best. There's a part of you as a parent, you want the best for your children. Then sometimes you realize if you give them too much, it may not make them better in the long run. So you weigh these things. You weigh them. Hopefully they You hope that the one that's given those love and not too much um too much greed or uh it's hard to express this, so I'm going to just say it in more words instead of trying to find a single word for it. You always hope that when you give it to them, it doesn't make them think more about stuff, and me. You want them to be more like, everything's okay. I'm all right. I don't have to worry about that. I can focus on other things in life. At least that's what you hope. So there I was growing up, my mom and dad spoiling me rotten. We put up the tree. I'd always help them put up the tree. It was a manufactured tree. We didn't have real trees. And you would it had a piece of wood and there was drill holes in it. And we had these um, metal twisted wires that had the fake green little things on it, and stick them in there, and we put it up, and then we would put the one on top. My dad would hold me up, and I'd put the one on top, and we would put we put they had this uh, like little strips of gold and silver. We would hang that on there after we got the lights up, and you put the different uh, ornaments up. But I guess the main thing about Christmas for me when I was growing up was the love. You do everything together. And we did it every year. And there was Christmas movies and Christmas shows that we would watch each year. And it kind of it's um, that togetherness that really made it special. My friends would watch The Grinch, and we would all enjoy it together. It was something connected. My family was connected together, and everybody else was connected together. All my friends and family. It was a wonderful time of the year. I really enjoyed it a lot. So many good memories growing up in that time. So much love. So when I got older, even when I was older, my 20s, we would still do the tree, same tree. Thing was robust, same garland. The presents got a little different. I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again. At one point, I told my parents, I'm like, don't give me any money. Take what you're going to give me and let's give it to somebody else that needs it. So hold on a sec. Oh, oh, oh. Whoops. Bad throw I did on that ball. Sorry about that, Luna. I tried to throw it up a little bit for her and it caught on the side of the building. All right. So I'm telling my parents that. They're like, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that. My parents loved people. They were kind. They were gentle. They were amazing. They taught me a lot. I could never say that I didn't have the greatest parents in the world. Because there may have been better, but not for me. They were pretty much perfect. So after we decided to give it away, my dad knew I worked with muscular dystrophy kids, so I reached out to the muscular dystrophy office and said, "Hey, we've got some. We're going to do this for Christmas. Is there somebody that might need some help?" So they gave me a name of a gentleman that had just moved to Memphis. His son had muscular dystrophy. So we put our money together, and my dad called the office so he could get the information to give the money. And they told him that he had caught pneumonia. He had passed away. My father asked about what had happened, and he said, "Are they having a funeral?" And they said, "Yeah, he's going to be buried over here." So my dad went to the funeral. My dad was a farmer. He grew up on a farm. He took care of a farm. And he said, "I don't know what this guy did for a living, but he had the farmer face. He had the face of a man who knew that life ain't easy." My dad went up to him and said, "I am sorry. I am very sorry. And I can see you're a proud and strong man. And it hurts when things like this happen that we can't control. I hope you will accept this gift as a small token of our way of saying that there's others that care." And he gave him the money. He said that the man took it and said, "Thank you." He didn't look at how much was in there. He took it and looked at him. My dad said, "I do appreciate it very much." My dad told me later, he said, he knows that's kind of hard. We want to be independent. We want to stand on our own 2 feet. When life beats us around a little bit, it's hard to accept somebody helping you. That's part of Christmas, though. Christmas is about helping others. My wife's favorite movie is Scrooge, and she loves people coming together to help one another through those little trials and tribulations. And Scrooge definitely is one of those where a man realizes it's important to help others. That was our tradition after that. We would always give our money to others, but that was the first time we had put our money together and given it to another family. Felt good, felt real good. And you know what? Not only did it feel good to give, feels good me remembering my parents and how much they loved other people. They came from tough backgrounds. They had tough lives. My dad especially liked to be very independent, but they loved other people. They loved to help. Now, I know for a fact there are hundreds of lives out there that were better because of my parents. I hope I touch at least a few, but time will tell. I hope you guys have a good Christmas. Like I said, it's not Christmas yet. This month, this is Christmas month. It is and always will be one of my favorites. You guys have a wonderful morning. We'll talk to you soon.